Hi everyone. So I'm here and I'm live right now. And today is sort of a page from a coming book that I haven't published yet. WeirdieDala3. I know some of you may have WeirdieDala1 and WeirdieDala2 if you were in the Epic Christmas giveaway. If you missed that one in the giveaway, you might want to enter in the Epic Christmas giveaway extra draw. And already a lot have entered. You can see here. This bowl is filling up nicely. Each little note represents a book that one of you guys missed. You are, however, only eligible to enter in this extra draw if you have actually participated in the Epic Christmas giveaway. That means that you at least gotten one of the books during the actual giveaway. But if you did that, you are eligible to enter for each book that you missed in the extra draw. And the first time we will draw winners will be tomorrow, 27th of December. And we will draw each day. Last day that we will draw extra winners will be on New Year's Eve. Hi, Julie. Hi, Yolanda. Nice to see you guys. So this is the one I'll be coloring. And this is from a whole new book that I didn't finish yet. Or even, I actually forgot about that I had the drawings. So I thought, why not? Let's color one together. And before I do that, I would like to go and share the video. So if you don't have it, look in the description of the post. There is a link to the download where you can get it. It is set at 0+, which means that you can go and you can get it and pay $0. You can also decide to leave me a tip if you like what I do and you want to support me being able to continue doing it. So this is kind of, I'm going to be coloring this rainbow. And I am going to be coloring with my chibi markers that I really like a lot to work with. And I think we're going to be having some fun here. So yeah, I hope you will join me in this fun time. And we'll see where it takes us. Yeah, I have to find the one that's a little bit turquoise. I think that's this one. And then we'll have these two greens, I think. Maybe have this one in between here, just like that. And I don't know if we're gonna maybe go for the pink one, just to maybe expand the field a bit. That could be fun also. You know, more colors. I'm going to leave this one out because it goes very neon-y, and that's a bit annoying. Gonna left that out. Then I'm gonna, give you a couple of minutes to get your page. I'm gonna share this. That will take me about 2 minutes, and then I'll be back and we'll start coloring. I have my colors set up here in the order that I want them in, and if you share too, it would be awesome. Don't share too much. Just share like 2 or 3 places. That's fine. That would be great help. And I'll be back in 2 minutes. See you. So I'm back, and I put a little bit of background music on. I have no idea if you will hear it, but I'm back and I'm ready, and I am gonna start with the yellow. Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So maybe I should limit it to 9. I have 3, 4. I can take these 2 out. Then I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll take these 2 out, I think. Then I have 9. So I just limited my color palette. Hi Heather, nice to see you. So yeah, I limited my color palette a little bit because I see that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm going with the 9 colors as well, and the same I have here. So that this is 9s. Often I will do things in uneven numbers because I just like uneven numbers. That's my thing. So I'm just going to start here. I'm going to be coloring this my way, the way that I have colored a lot of these WeirdieDalas, because this is the way I like it. So I'm going to start here with this one. And that is I have to see if I can. It's been a long time since I actually colored one. And then I'm going to go with the orange. I'm going to like go alternating them just until I get sort of the drift that I started with, you know. It's going to be sort of like a circular rainbow thing. So I'm going like, you know, but these are just a little tiny tips here of the way that I do it to get this nice circular rainbow thing going, which I kind of enjoy. Hi, Billie Jean, nice to see you. And welcome to having fun with me today. It's been actually quite a long day. I didn't do much because I don't know if you remember that I was sniffling and sneezing and snotty yesterday. Well, I decided to stay in bed a bit after Victoria was picked up. She was going to a friend's house and she's staying there for tomorrow. So it's a pretty good opportunity for me to try to get some extra rest and see if I could stop this annoying sniffling. So yeah, I'm gonna keep this one here. Then I'm gonna go for the orange here. You see, this is like the tiny places, so you won't be able to see it yet. This is yellow, I go into the orange. And I'm gonna go here into the red. You know, just keeping the order. So here I'm gonna go into the pink on the next one here. And this is sort of, yeah, I like these markers because they're alcohol markers, but they're very cheap. I get them in the Tiger shop here, which is the equivalent of the dollar store in the US, I think. But a lot of other countries I know also have the Tiger stores. So, you know, it will just develop. I know that it might seem like a tedious, slow way, but it's a good way to sort of get it started, especially when you're in the middle. So I just do that sort of my way. So I like it. Then we finish off here. And now we're actually going on with this one where I put the yellow. I'm going to put the orange now on the next step here. And then I'm going to go on the next one with the red. It's sort of like, and this was how I did it. I made a lot of videos like this, but where I actually scanned in between each time that I put the color on. So you can imagine that that took ages to make those videos where the color kind of develops. They are very effective and they look really good, but they are extremely time consuming to do. So, you know, it's sometimes, you know, I did it more in like little steps in order to get it done faster. But really the best is if you can do as many scans as at all possible in between, because when you speed it up, it will be very, very effective and very beautiful. So here we go. And now you're actually already on your yellow again here. And that means that you're going straight on the same one to the orange. You can see here how things are progressing. So on that yellow that I just made there, I'm going to go on orange. And this is just to create that it's very vibrant rainbow going around, where each weirdie will be different, but with the same color scheme, but they will just all of them be different colors. So yeah. So how have you guys been doing in Christmas? I know that the 25th is the day a lot of people get presents. We do it on the 24th here. But how did you do it there? And did you get some good stuff, or don't you do presents at all? You know, I mean, some people don't do presents, some people do. I got a lot of presents from my daughter. I didn't get anything from anyone. Yeah, from my dad's friend. She had bought me a really nice bag. So that was really sweet of her. But otherwise, I didn't get any presents, which is kind of surprising. I should have at least gotten one present, I think. So there's somebody who will get a surprise when they find out how annoyed I can be with that. Well, anyways, it's okay. I'll get over it. I'll get over it. But no, I usually don't get presents from anybody but my daughter. But she gives the best presents, so, you know. Now I'm on the yellow again. So I'm going to go straight on the same one and go for the orange, just to keep the momentum going. So yeah, it's going to be pretty. I think I had the plans that after this I might do a drawing, like live, and then scan that, and then we could color that tomorrow. But that means that I would have to clean it up tonight and do everything to prepare it for you guys to be able to download it. I do think it's possible. I can do that. I think I can do that. But we'll have to see how long it takes me to actually color this the way that I want it to be colored. So if I'm like totally slow, then there might not be time for me to also do a live drawing. But I'm not going to rush anything because I want it to be a nice result. Hi, Manuela. Nice to see you. I want it to be a neat result. So yeah. Is something wrong in my world? No, there isn't. I'm all good. It's all good. It's all good. And now we are on the yellow again. So here, I'm going to go here. And you see here, I will continue with the orange straight away on the same one. And then we are on to the red. So, I mean, I'm just coloring this in the sequence, so I'll get that rainbow. And I just want to remind anyone that there is the video post pinned to my page, where you can enter the books you missed in the Epic Christmas giveaway. And remember, it's only for those who actually got at least one book in the Christmas giveaway that they can enter the days they missed. Either enter the dates or the name of the book. And now I think I missed it. Here, it's supposed to be there. I got my order back. Enter for each book, and the drawing of the extra, the book lottery on the giveaway will start tomorrow, and my sweet daughter will assist me in drawing out winners And I don't want to be stingy. So I'm thinking that tomorrow we will draw 27 because it's the 27th tomorrow. So why not draw 27? So that is what we will be doing tomorrow. It will be earlier than when I normally color because my daughter has to go to bed earlier. She can't stay up so late. Well, she's not supposed to. She can. Believe me, she can. And she will if I don't force her to go to bed. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm on the yellow, so I'm staying on and making the orange to begin with. I hope this is not too boring, but it's a nice way of getting it to have that even mix. And I have chosen 9 colors since this is going in 9. Then it will fit perfectly with the division in my mind. Your mind may be different than mine. So, you know, this is just my way of doing it. And I said that I was going to do this my way. So this is my way of doing these kind of, you know, like the rainbow effect that I want here is what I'm going to be doing. And you could be doing it easier and quicker, I know that. But now I'm going to do it this way until I sort of get into it again because it's been a while since I colored it like that. So yeah, but it's going to develop. And maybe, you know, a speed up version would be nice of this one afterwards to really see how it goes. Because right now it's so little in detail, but soon we'll be moving on where you will be able to see better and more. And if you have any questions, just please feel free to ask. You can also ask me things that are totally unrelated. I am very happy with going off topic. So if there's something you want to talk about or ask me or whatever, just go ahead and do so and we'll see. I'll try to watch the comments as well. I do look every time I switch. So actually this switching more, this was the yellow, so I stay on that one here for the orange. And what I'm going to do here now is that I'm going to develop into these two. So here I'm going to make this first one continue that orange down there so that these two are connected. And then I'm going to continue this one with orange here. And I will keep these white in here because I didn't do them before. And now I'm going to go on with this one where I'll do the red. Continue down here with the red. And then I'll do this one red. So now we're starting on getting down to our little characters here. And this I like, there's lots of different characters and you can see it depending on which angle you see them from, you can see that they're quite different. And that's what I love about my weirdies. That, you know, depending on which angle you're in, you might get a different expression or, you know, maybe I'll actually continue this color up here. So I'm just going to correct that on the other ones, continue that up there. So it's just a tiny little nip here. But I don't know, let me know what you think about the idea of me coloring one drawing up one live, that then would be the one we color tomorrow. Like it will probably, for me to be able to do it live and pretty fast, yeah, I don't know, if sort of a flow thing. I could try, you know, if I totally crash and burn, I'll probably give up. But, you know, I will try from like a basic. I have a piece of paper with a square on it. And if you think that that could be a fun idea to watch me do that after this, draw a page that I will then get ready for tomorrow so that you guys can go grab it and we can color it together. Let me know in the comments. And if you're not watching on my own channel, I won't be able to see your comments live. If you're, for instance, watching from somewhere else, then you know you probably have to go to my page for me to see your live comments. So yeah, but that was just an idea I had that I thought might be fun for you to, you know, see me draw it, the next day get it, and color it with me. Could be kind of that you are in the whole process then. I forgot to do those down there. I'll have to go and fix that. It's because I got excited talking about drawing one up live. First color tomorrow. So I'll just fix that. No big thing. Here we go do it. Boom. Boom. So you can see he's actually, even though this is kind of a slow process, he is developing kind of fast, I think. It's not really that slow. As you can see, I think it's going to be very pretty. But when you're doing it in the order, it's easier to get everything with, that you're not forgetting anything. And you just choose your favorite colors. I mean, and I'm going for 9 because that sort of fits with this, with the numbers in this one, to have each of them start with their own little different color. So here I made it to the yellow, and I continue on the same one with the yellow, with the orange. So I'm sort of, it's the same system all around that I'm doing, and I'm working from the middle going out in big round circles. So I'll just be getting on there. So here we go, and we're going here. So now I have to sort of think about what I'm going to do here, but I'm not going to think about that yet. I'm going on with the red here, over here, and continuing here. So you can see that it's not, I mean, even though it might seem like a time-consuming method, it really isn't, because you have it under control. And it does develop kind of fast once you get the grip and the hang of it and into it. And I do spend time putting on the tips every time because I don't want my markers to dry out. If you, for instance, were doing this with colored pencils, then of course, you know, you would be saving a lot of time there, or at least some effort. But yeah, I'm liking it, and I think we will get a really nice result. And for me, of course, this is way beyond, not as time consuming as how I used to do it when I do the videos, because then I do scan between each and every color, and you can imagine how time consuming that is. So yeah, I'm glad to see you guys here. And I've been putting some of the books up on my PayHip. I will be putting more up. I'm trying to sort of fill up with all the books I have on the PayHip so that they're there and ready, especially now for the giveaway, the lottery. Because for the lottery, I will be sending you links with a code to get the book for free, so that I don't have to send all the transfers and all that out. So that will be a help to me. So I need to get them all uploaded and nicely put in there, which also means that I will be putting some up that you haven't seen before, or that haven't been available as PDFs before, because when I'm doing it, I might as well put all of them up. So here I continue again because I hit the yellow again. So continue at the same with my orange. So here we go. We are into the next round, has been started now. And yeah, I think actually it helped a lot. I'm still like snotty, but definitely it's way better than it was yesterday's. So I think those hours under the covers did help a bit. I went down to buy some food, but it seems that the only 2 supermarkets that were actually open had been completely raided by a horde of people who thought that there would be a food shortage or something like that. So there was not really a lot of food to be gotten. So I ended up buying some cheese and some ham, and then there was no bread. I just wanted to make a toast, you know. So I went into 7-Eleven, and these guys that I'm at 7-Eleven, they are so sweet. So I got to buy like a baguette in there that I could use to make myself a really nice sandwich. So I did get something to eat today. This is pretty good. Yesterday we had leftovers from Christmas dinner. That was abundant. Very a lot of food. So we actually got all the leftovers eaten. So that was lucky. There was no wastage. So I'm happy with that, because it's always a pity to throw out food when you worked on it and made it some nice food. And that's the nice thing with the Christmas duck that we do here. It really heats up nicely the next day and becomes a really beautiful meal again. So now we are on the yellow again. And as you can see, every time it changes which one it's on. So, you know, then we continue with the orange on the same one. So this is how I color in a circular rainbow thing, so that I don't get the same, they're all different, my weirdies. Of course, anyone can color any way that they prefer. Did I just make a mistake? I might have. No, I didn't. I just didn't do this one. That's the only thing. I was supposed to do this one first. So I'm all in. It's there. So yeah. I have the red. Now I need to do the pinky here. Pinky, 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 pinky here. So yeah, it's a very nice pink. I love that pink. And we're going on to the purple here. And the blue. So let me know how your Christmas was, if you had fun, or if you just found it utterly waste of time and totally boring. I, for once, this year had a very nice Christmas with my friends. It's nice to be with people who are nice and friendly and happy, you know. It's a good feeling. We had a great evening with all the good food and good company, just rocked. So I was very happy to have such a precious, nice evening that my daughter can also remember and look back upon with happy thoughts. So that is a great pleasure for me, because that's been one of the things that worried me, that, you know, that she wouldn't have some really nice Christmases to remember, because my dad is kind of the Christmas Grinch. It seems like he will do anything to destroy Christmas, or just like, you know, make it not so nice. So, you know, this year he did not participate because he doesn't want to sit with people that are strangers. Well, they're not really strangers, they're my friends. And his own friend, she participated. But, you know, it was kind of nice because he didn't ruin it. It did ruin a bit the feeling going up to it, but it would have been worse if he'd been sitting there being angry and gone to bed before dinner was finished or something because he ate too much. So this way it was nice. He was in his room watching telly, and he got a plate with the nice food, and that was his choice to do that. He was more than welcome to sit here with everybody else and have a cozy time, but obviously that's not his way of having a cozy time for Christmas. But, you know, we all have our things, and maybe, you know, maybe he's got something deep inside that just makes him hate Christmas. So maybe, you know, it's best for him just to be left alone on holidays. So it was just a very relaxed, nice evening, and my daughter had a great time. She so enjoyed the whole giving me the presents, because she'd really done a lot to find things that she thought that I would be really happy with. We went to a lot of thrift stores and dollar stores because she had a little bit of savings that she wanted to spend. So now that was a yellow one, and I'm going to go with orange again. So she had bought an abundance of neat presents for me, and all of them, of course, wonderful, wonderful presents. So I was very begifted, and there's just happy moments. And I'm still waiting for the result of the food contest, which is really annoying me because it was supposed to be the result on Saturday, and I mean it's far from Saturday, but you know I do understand with all the Christmas, and you know it can be difficult to keep a really tight schedule. I mean I slipped away with I didn't post what I was planning to post on the 24th because I was so busy with the guests and the food and everything. So I do understand that things can be delayed in moments like that where everything is just stressed and busy, and I'll just have to be patient. Though patience is not really one of my big virtues, I'll have to work on it, that one with the patience. Ah, that sounds great, Julie. Oh, that sounds nice. That's great to hear that you had a good time. I had a lot of years where I didn't have Christmas. Well, not a lot of years, but my mom passed in 2003, and she was really into Christmas. It was like huge for her, the Christmas. So after she passed, I had some years where I sort of I would just work on Christmas. I didn't really make a party or anything or do any big celebration because it didn't feel right. But then in 2009, I had my daughter. So that was about 6 years where I didn't really do a lot. Now we're on a yellow, and I'm staying on putting some orange here. And then I'm going to continue here because this is a natural flow for me to go with this one. And I'm going to leave that white because I see these as eyes. Depending on what you see them as, you of course do whatever you think. I mean, that's just the way I leave them. And then I'm going to go on here with the red. And you can see it's actually developing rather quickly, even though that this is a very slow way that I am doing it. But it is developing on the paper, and you can see that all the time there's something happening around. And there is a certain meditation in this going around in the circles and sort of just feeling the colors there. I like that. It's a nice process. And it's nice that they all get the different colors so that they're not, I mean, you can also do them exactly the same. That's of course also an option. But I do like getting this effect afterwards when it's done, where when you see it in a bit of a distance, it's a funny effect. It's a little bit swirly. So yeah. And of course there's no tricks, it's just easy, and it's a cheap marker. So it's just color and have fun with it. And let's see if I do any big blue bursts at some point. I might. The thing is just to stay consistent, you know. If you're consistent throughout, then it'll work out. So if you make one mistake, make sure that you apply it to the rest, and then it's not a mistake anymore, then it's supposed to be. So how many of you colored the one I did yesterday? Did any of you color it? I think it was a really wonderful Christmas. It's the Christmas that I hope to have every year. You know, happy with the nice people and big hard room and good food and just glad, you know. And And the guys were so sweet. They came early because they wanted to help me in the kitchen with cleaning. Not with the cooking, but with the cleaning. So they were like busy. I had the kitchen under control because I already started cooking the day before. But they were like going 100 miles an hour with washing up everything that I used. So that, you know, when I was finished, when we went to sit at the table, the kitchen was clean. There was no pots, there was no pans, there was nothing that wasn't clean. So after, it was just the dishes and everything from the table, and they took care of that too. So, you know, under my guidance while I was heating, you know, the sauce for the dessert, it was really awesome because we were having, you know, we were 4 adults in the kitchen with our cups of wine, and everybody was washing up, and I was cooking, and everyone was talking, and we were having a blast in the kitchen. Such a nice, lovely time together out there, just, you know, rocking it there. And one of the guys went in to see the Disney show with my daughter, and they ate all the chocolates. Well, not all of the chocolates, of course, but they had a little pre-dinner munchies on the chocolates and candies, I think. So yeah, it was a really nice, nice feeling, you know, like, yeah, it's a feeling I haven't had in a long time, because it's just been a bit sad, the Christmases that I've had so far. But I'm so happy now that we had a really good one, and I just said, well, it's going to be my friends this year, and I'm happy, you know, that they were also going to be sitting alone, because then, you know, they could come and join us, and I'm quite sure we will be making more dinners like that, where everybody gives a little bit of money towards the food, and then sit together instead of sitting each on his own. Oh, Gertie, that sounds good. Did you have fun with it? Nice, you just finished it. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm hoping that I will see it. I'm quite sure you will show me. I think so. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing that, Gertie. I hope I pronounced your name right. I did that last year with the duck. I thought it had been in like for 3-4 hours, and then I forgot to turn the oven on, Julie. So I really know that feeling. It became very late dinner. These things do happen, but it only happens to the best of us. Remember that. Only happens to the best of us, these kind of things, because we are so creative and active in our minds that the little things might slip sometimes. That was a good excuse, wasn't it? But yeah, I tried that, forgetting to have turned it on, and I went out to check it and baste it, and it was all cold oven and a naked duck lying there. That was not a lot of fun, because the guests were, yeah, hungry. Yeah. This looks good. I think it's developing nicely. It's gonna be a cool one. Cool weirdies. Oh. Okay, yeah, I just have to go here. I got it under control. There was no whoopsie. Under control. Everything is good. It's gonna be good. And it's developing nicely. Hi, Beverly. Nice to see you. Hi, Beth. Nice to see you. So yeah, I'm gonna go on here with my red. We're going in these circular motions from inside to outside to get a circular rainbow, creating that each and every weirdie will have their own little different color scheme. Well, colors, yeah, they won't be too alike, but they won't have the same color scheme, because it's all the same 9 colors that I chose. And why did I choose 9? Because there's 9 of each weirdie around. So then it goes with the number of starting evenly and getting them distributed evenly. If I I could have gone with 18 so that each intertwining would have been different too, but I didn't. So I did it this way instead. You see, it seems like I'm missing something. No, I'm not. You see, now I'm beginning to get confused, which has happened to me a lot of times when I color them, because I might forget where I am, and especially now that I'm... Hola, Tina. Nice to see you. I'm coloring with a very cheap markers that are called Tiger Twin markers. I get them in something called the Tiger Shop here in Copenhagen. But I know that they have shops all over, and it's sort of an equivalent to the dollar store in the US. And they have quite affordable materials, and I do like these. They're very good, and they're very affordable, which means that I can have a double set, so that if I run out, which I hate to run out, then I already have an extra ready, so I don't have to wait. Now I'm on the yellow again. They're alcohol markers, yes. I'm on the yellow again. Thank you, Gertje. And I'll continue with the orange on that one, so that I continue down here. So here. And here's where, you know, because I have this transitioning, then I will lead it up here so that I sort of connect those two parts. And now I'm on to my red again. And you see I've chosen 9 colors, as this goes in 9s, to get them different. And then I have this one here. So that's pretty neat. I'm going on the pink. It's a circular rainbow. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. So, yeah. So we're doing WeirdieDala, a WeirdieDala from WeirdieDala3, which means if you have WeirdieDala 1 or 2, you don't have this in the book, because I didn't publish this book yet. I think I actually forgot that I had the drawings, that I actually did them. I did them probably last year, I think. And I forgot that I had them, and I never got around to making the book. So when yesterday I was looking through my material trying to decide what we were going to color today, I thought, why not take, because I was thinking to take a WeirdieDala, but then I was thinking, well, I have some new ones that nobody's seen before, so I'll take one of those. So I'm hoping that you like that. And I do know that sometimes I forget, you know, I draw, and then the drawings are put in a folder on my computer, and then I get busy with something else, and I forget that I actually already had the drawings done. And then I get even more busy with other stuff, and all of a sudden, yeah, I can have had the drawings lying there for like a year, like what happened with this one. So I'll have to think about maybe making, you know, some more colored for the cover, because with the Weirdies series, I'm doing all the covers. So maybe this will be a beginning to get finally this one ready, so that I can actually finish off the cover and publish it, so that it will be available to you guys as well. But it's a process, because I have to color a lot more for it. But now we are in the first one, so that is pretty cool. I have that one. Now we're on the yellow. This is here where we continue and go on to the orange right away after the yellow. So here we go. So yeah, I remember to try to scroll a bit, because all of a sudden those comments will go away. And I hope that you are having fun. And if you don't have the drawing, it's a free drawing, and the link to get it for free is up in the description on the post. So I urge you to go get it for free. And you see here, I'm just gonna continue it here, like this little nose tip. So I continue the orange down there, and then over here, I just continue here. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. And then of course you have to do the same all the way around with the different colors. So I get down here to the little nose, and there I get in here. And then I change the color again. You have to remember not to get excited and continue. And this one will be the pink. Purple. And then I have, oops, forgot that one here. And the blue, which is going here in the little nose here. Well, I see it as a nose. You know, you may see something different. We don't have to see the same things. But yeah, use that link, and it's set at, it's priced at 0+, which means that if you can afford it and that you like what I do and you want to support it a bit, you can leave a tip for me. And why do I not just put a price on it? Well, because I want it to be, I want everybody to be able to participate, also those who cannot afford it. So this is why I do it like this. I will say when we start the Weirdies a day, I'll probably do it so that it's available maybe 24 hours before and 24 hours after for free, and then probably either remove it from my pay or put a small price on it so that it doesn't stay up for free, so that those who wants to grab it for free can do it, but there will maybe be a limited time. So now I'm here on the yellow, so I continue with the orange again. I stay on the same one and continue with the orange. And here I will do this around the little nose and also under, so that I get there. So, and now I move on here. I've actually done a lot in this circular rainbow way because I already published 2 of these books, and I did a lot of coloring, but where but you can also color all the same. It doesn't have to be, you know, it has to be the way you feel like doing it, Gertje. In the moment, everything is the best way to do it, because you have to do it the way that you see it and the way that you feel it. I'm just showing the way that I've done with the others that I've had on the covers, the way I've approached it, and it's a fun way to get a fun effect. So yeah, but I'm looking very much forward to seeing yours, and hopefully you will allow me to put it in the colored album. The colored album is starting to look good. You could check it out. There's lots of good colors in there, lots of inspiration for sure. Beautiful work from everyone, and it's a nice album to go in and see the different things and get a little bit of inspiration of what others did. So I enjoy that album a lot, and I enjoy seeing all the colors you guys did and putting them in there. It is really nice. So yeah, and thank you guys for sharing your colors with me. So what's going on here? I think it will be a great result. And now I'm on yellow again, which means I will stay on this one and continue with orange. So now I have to make some decisions. So I'm gonna go orange up here and here, and I'm gonna go orange around the mouth here. And because, you know, I like to continue that down, I'm actually going to go orange on that strip here, because that's how I feel right now, that that one is going to be orange. So that is sort of my developing downwards. So now I have my orange in here, and then a little bit of orange there. And then I'm going to continue on. I would like to have like one of what's called, they call lazy Susans. I would like to have one of those so that I could just sort of turn. A big lazy Susan. I would like to have for my biggie ones. So yeah, I'm continuing here, this one there, and we're gonna have this red round here. This inside, I'm gonna keep white, because I just think it fits well. It's being white in there, like if it was a mouth, an open mouth, I wanted to have a little bit of contrast, and not all be the same. Then we have a little red spot there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have a sip of something. Ah, that is great, Gaethje. That's nice to hear. It's always nice to try different new ways and see how you like it. I did this initially because I thought it would be a great effect on the videos that I do, where I do progress scans, one scan for each color. I will tell you that's a lot of scans when you do this. For each time that you put on a color, you make a scan. That's a really lot of scanning. So I had like a color station I made. Like, you know, I had a bookcase that I put up on some cement blocks, so that it was in the right height, so I could stand right next to the printer, and that way print straight off, you know, scan right away every time I had done a color. It was killing my back, but the videos were really nice. I should try to see if I can find some of those videos I made. I turned a lot of them into GIFs. A lot of nice scans. So yeah, we're going round. You can see they're just sort of filling out, and the finished effect will be pretty great. I'm hoping, of course. You know, you can never guarantee, and maybe not all will like it, but I do like it, so that's why I do that. Like, we all have to, you know, do the way that we enjoy. If we do that, we make sure. You can't find it in the shop. The link is supposed to is up there in the post description. It was in the shop when I hit it up. It's in the shop now. I'll just put the link here. I'm just gonna copy it again. Beverly, I'm just gonna put it here in the comments again. Oh, okay. You got it. That's good. Sometimes there's a lot on the shop now. I wish there was some way I could order things better. I have to check that out. If there's some way I could, for instance, make categories like coloring pages, coloring books, midnight editions. That would be nice to have an easier way to navigate in that shop. I have to look into that, if there's some ways that I can do that so that it becomes better, but I don't know yet. Oh, yeah, here, I'm right. I was just about thinking oopsie, but there was no oopsie. Not yet. I haven't done a oopsie yet, but it's bound to happen, you know. It usually happens at some point. But I had an awesome, great time when I drew all these, and when I revisit and color them, I sort of remember that feeling of drawing them and having fun with them and sort of getting to know them, the little weirdies. And they sort of just pop out and make your day. You know, they're to smile at and have fun with, and just, you know, play with your colors on them. There's nothing complicated. There's enough things in life that are complicated. So when we chill and relax with the coloring, we just want to chill and relax with it. No complications. So yeah. So now I'm on the yellow, and as you heard me say a few times before, we stay on the yellow and continue with the orange on that one, so that we're actually starting with our new round. So I'm on to the orange here. And now I have to sort of make a decision here. I think this is going to be orange up there. Then I think this little tip is going to be orange. And then here, I think I'm going to be orange there and there. And then I'm going to be also orange here and here. So I'm sort of just continuing that mode, expanding him. And then I'm going to go on with the red. So there's something happening. It's developing. So here we are, red up here, red here. We're going to be red there. And oopsie. Good thing that it's a pink afterwards, because you won't be able to see that I went over the line. So no biggie. And yeah, we just continue. Now it's a pink. And we're down here, we're here, and we're here. We're here and there and everywhere, having fun. It's printing, great. That's good. I think it's gonna be, I'm hoping that everybody who does color will show me your results. If you don't want me to post it in the colored album, just let me know. And I, of course, will respect that. But I really think it's great to have the colored album where everybody can get inspired by what we did, each and every one individually. And, you know, seeing each other's results is always great. And sometimes, you know, it can also put us to ease a bit. You know, it doesn't have to be the world's most perfect coloring or the best coloring in the world, you know. It's a matter of, did you have a great time when you colored it? Yes, I had a great time. Then that is the most important thing, and not if it is the prettiest colored in the world. You know, there's enough people who practice a lifetime and make very beautiful colored, and there's others who just enjoy to sit and play with the colors. And anyways, the more you play with the colors and enjoy them, the more you'll also develop and the better they will become. So there's no rush. Just enjoy yourself and have a good time with it. Never push yourself too hard, or don't be hard on yourself with it. You know, it's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be something to relax with. And it's a great hobby and a great inspiration, and you also get to sit and think about lots of stuff. So don't push yourself too hard or be too hard on yourself. Just have fun with it, enjoy it, and enjoy your colors, enjoy the fact that you're doing it. And so this is gonna be pretty, and it's gonna be funny and funky. Funky weirdies. Funky WeirdieDala3. I can't wait to start a Weirdie a day. I'm looking so much forward to it. I really hope a lot of you will join me. And I really hope that a lot of artists and colorists will join me as hosts, as guest hosts, to color Weirdie. But of course, it's only possible if you can actually do live video, because it's necessary to, you know, that is the whole idea of it. Hi, Danny, nice to see you. The whole idea is that those who watch it can sort of be inspired and color with you. You don't have to talk as much as I do. That I don't think is needed. But of course, it is nice to have a bit of interaction. But you know, the first time you may do a video, it might be difficult to concentrate. I mean, for me, just doing the first video was difficult, because I had to sort of really pull myself together. It was over my comfort zone, sort of. So, you know, it's not easy to begin, but once you've done it a few times, it feels quite natural to sit in an empty room and talk to yourself out in the air. But, you know, it's comforting to see the comments that you're not actually alone. You know, that helps a bit. And then you get used to it and you start babbling like I do and ramble on and everything. Oh yeah, and I want to also again say, you know, this was a yellow, so I'm continuing with orange on this one. If you were in the Epic Christmas giveaway, and in total in the Epic Christmas giveaway, I gave away 1,101 books. 1,101. So if you were in that, then you are eligible to participate in the extra Epic Christmas giveaway book lottery. What does this mean? This means that you can enter those books that you missed in the Epic Christmas giveaway. Those days that you missed, no matter how many days it was, just as long as you've been there at least one day, you're eligible. You can enter those to the Epic Christmas lottery, you know, the continuation. And there is a pin post on my page with the video with me and my lovely daughter explaining it. Well, I'm explaining it. She's just showing off her fingerling. And there you can, in the comments, enter each and every book you missed. And I will write a nice little note and enter it into the draw. And the actual draw will start tomorrow. We will have the first draw. It will be earlier than my usual coloring, because my daughter will be making the draw. And as you can see here, we already have a lot of entries. So there's a lot to draw from, which is nice. And I hope that there will be even more. You can continue to enter into this draw until the very last day. And I will be making notes for everyone, writing it on a little piece of paper that my daughter can draw. And there will be lots of winners for sure. So this is a good way to get, good evening, to get those books that you missed in the Epic Christmas giveaway. So go in there, get the books down that you really want. Don't be humble or shy or think that it seems greedy. It doesn't, because I asked you to do so. So, you know, it's okay. So just enter each and every book that you missed. I will, if you weren't in the actual Epic Christmas giveaway at any point and didn't get a book in there, then you're not eligible. And I will let you know if you weren't. So that is okay. So this is gonna be lovely. And of course, after each draw, I will send out to those who were drawn and lucky enough to win. And the last draw will be on New Year's evening. And then on the 1st of January, we start with a WeirdieDala day, which will be so much fun. I'm looking so much forward to it. It's going to be totally fun. I still need to do make the last books into PDFs. I have them as PDFs, but as print PDFs, which is different. And as those are single-sided, so they have like extra empty pages in between. So I have to rearrange and make them into downloadable print PDFs too, and put them up on my PayHip. So I got up until number 5 up today. So I'm hoping I'll get the rest up soon. And I will of course also be making an album on the Color Weirdie Day group where you can go and see them and go get them. But I will also be posting daily the Weirdie of the next day to be able to go and get like these pages. And there will also be the 0+ pay what you want, so that you can choose to contribute for my continued artistic, you know, that I can keep on doing this. And you know, that's up to you, the tips. And of course, don't feel bad if you can't afford to tip me, because the reason I put them up like this is because I want everybody, also those who can't afford that, to be a part of it and to be having a good time and coloring with us. So no reason to feel anything about that. I do it this way so that there is a fair chance for everyone to participate, because I would like as many to be possible to participate and not have to worry too much. So this is gonna be neat. This is gonna be absolutely neat. I'm loving it. And it's gonna be developing. So you can see it's not taking all that long, even though it's a little bit of a fun way to do it. It is developing nicely and with an okay speed, even though that, of course, I'm also spending some time on chatting and talking here and trying to follow the comments and trying to figure out what to say. That can be a little bit difficult sometimes to say, what am I going to say now? But, you know, it helps that I can say hello to you guys and interact a little bit. So now I'm going to go on the yellow, where we stay on to add the orange for the next round as well. So first we're going to go put down our yellow to sort of get on with this one. And here we go with the orange on the same one. If you're following me, there might be some that are following me. Others might just be getting inspired. I just hope that you will share the ones that you did color with me so I can see them. I forgot a little yellow here. A little yellow there. I can add that right away because this yellow now continues into the, I can make the next point of the orange here on the cheek. This is what I see as the cheek. And now here on this one, I will add my orange here. So yeah, that is it. And then I will continue on to the next one. So, yep. It's also because now I'm starting from down. I should have been starting from inside. I don't know. It sort of changed. I guess it depends on what is most. You see, so we get the red cheek here. And here we go. And this music that I'm listening to is actually very relaxing, which is also nice. I mean, I can't like really be listening to an audiobook while I'm talking to you guys, because that would be very confusing, wouldn't it? But it's nice to have a little bit background. So I'm on a pink here. And the pink here, the pink here, pink here. It develops nicely. So I was talking about earlier that I wanted to maybe after, when I finish with the coloring, I have a piece of paper here. I will probably finish this video and start a new one. I have this empty piece of paper, and I might want to, you know, draw a drawing live, and then, you know, clean it and upload it and share it with you guys so that we could color that tomorrow. It might be too ambitious. It also depends on timing, how much time is left after I'm done with this. So we'll have to see what happens. But it could be fun, and maybe, you know, maybe it wouldn't be ready just to color it tomorrow. Maybe it would be ready to color the day after, depending on how much cleaning I need to do on my own drawing. And, you know, it might be a little bit more than normally because I would be drawing it live, and then I wouldn't be getting in as close. So, I mean, let me know if you would be interested in that, if you think that that could be fun, that you sort of follow the whole process. You follow me drawing it, and then we color it together, and then you've sort of been a part of the whole coming to of that drawing. It could be fun, maybe. Onto the blue here after the purple. It's starting to shape up nicely. We're having blue up here. And then onto turquoise, and the next one is semi-turquoise. It's a very light turquoise, I think. But you know, the nice thing about this set, which is that they're cheap, but also that there's not that many different colors to be had, so it's quite easy to choose the colors. Whereas sometimes when you have sets that have a ton and ton of colors, it can be more difficult to choose the ones that you want to use. Sorry, kind of a luxury problem, but still, you know, it's nice to have lots of colors. But sometimes it's also not nice to be limited in color choice, because that way it can be faster to make your selection of colors. So don't despair if you don't have a lot of colors. I'm doing this with 9 colors. So you don't have to have the biggest set or the most expensive set. You can do well with with most anything, and and just to have a good time with it. I think they're gonna be it's gonna be really funny and alive and vibrant. And the next one will be the yellow again, the one where we stay put a little bit and start out a new round. So that is gonna be, each time we reach this point, we've completed a full round. So that tells us that we are advancing slowly but surely. We are getting through the rounds. So I'm going to continue after that yellow with I'm glad to hear that, Heather. Yeah, I think it would be fun, because then you would sort of have seen the actual drawing also being drawn up and gotten that piece to actually color. I think it could be really fun to do together. Of course, I'll still be printing it bigger, because I just need to have it printed bigger. Otherwise, I can't with the distance. See here, I missed a bit there. I missed the cheek. I was supposed to continue this one, so I just go in and do that now before I continue with the red on the next one and totally forget about it. So yeah, and now I'm on to the red. And that is here. Here we go. We finished that little point there. And going in. It's such a nice red. This red of this set is actually, I think it's my favorite red of all my sets, because it's just such a full, beautiful red. So yeah, I like that one a lot. It's a very enjoyable color. And I think about that almost every time that I color with it, the way that it lays down and the vibrance of the actual color. It's sort of, also this one, the magenta, I'm really happy with. I'm extremely happy with these markers. And it's not just about the price point, it's also about the quality. They don't smell too bad either. Some markers, alcohol markers, have very pungent smell or strange smell. These ones don't really have a lot of smell, I think, or maybe it's just me that can't smell nothing. That could also be. Oh, I'm sweating also. Really sweating. So yeah. Now I'm on to the next one here. That little tip here. Little one. And they are nice. The tips are fine. You can get into fine places with them. So they work really well. But I was still, that sick clean brush that I tried the other day was really neat. I really loved working with that one. And I have that cheek that's going to get a little bit of purple. The cheeky cheek purple. So yeah. And then we're on to the blue. And I think we'll start with the cheeky cheek so I don't forget it, because I seem to be forgetting that little part. So now I'm doing from inside again. Yeah, it switches up a little bit. I think it depends on the angle that I'm coloring in, more so than anything else. There's no real preference. But I do like starting inside, going out, and seeing it develop that way. I do find that rather enjoyable. But you know, you do that however you feel like, where you like to start. That's really up to how you like it or how you see it. It can also depend on how you see the specific drawing, what you see in it, where you might want to start. So this is good. Now we're on to the green, more greeny. So a green cheek. So and this little, and the middle one, not to be forgotten. The middle one here, and we're up here. So yeah, my friend, she's gonna visit a friend for a sleepover. So she's having a great time. She was so much looking forward to it. And it's so nice, her friend has a little sister, and Victoria was looking through all her girly things yesterday and found some things that she wasn't using and made a beautiful little gift for the little girl who's 3 years old, I think, almost. Yeah, 3 years. And she's so cute. She was so excited when they came here to pick up Victoria. She was just talking about her Christmas presents and how lovely it was. And there's just remembering the time when mine wasn't that, you know, that little and enthusiastic, and you could really feel that this is her first Christmas where she's really, you know, grasped the whole thing. And she was so happy. It was so nice to see. And I was so happy that Victoria had thought about her and made her a little present. I believe that was really sweet and considerate. She also made a present for her friend, for the big brother, but you know, that she thought about the little sister. I think that was really nice and sweet of her. And this was the yellow, so I'm staying on it to begin with a new round. Oh, that's awesome, Danny. I'm looking so much forward to see that. Sorry for coughing. I have a sip of something here, and I thank you, Heather. She is a very kind kid. She's very, very sweet. I'm very proud of her for the way that she's, you know, the way that she acts with others, and for being such a considerate little person, that she always thinks about others. I'm really proud that I have such a sweet girl. And there, I'm just gonna do the little cheek in here. So we got it. And then we're on to the rat. I'm gonna start with that cheek so I don't miss it. And on with that. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be, you'll see that it has quite a nice effect with this round circular rainbow thingy. I just think it looks really pretty. Makes me smile. And I do like things that makes me smile, you know. Yeah, I hope so, Beverly. I hope she's being raised right. I'm doing the best that I can. I mean, I know I'm not like a politically correct mom, and I'm not one of those spelt moms that, you know, but I'm like, I have my own parenting style, and it might not always agree with everyone. I'm also sarcastic and crazy and stuff like that. But I do think that my daughter is pretty neat and the sweetest little human being. So it can't be all wrong what I do. Some of the stuff I do must be good. It would also be boring if all were the same and everybody did everything in the same style. I might, you know, I spend a lot of time with her and I talk with her a lot. So I think that's also important. So here we got that blue. So it's gonna be pretty, and it's gonna be funny, and it's gonna be funky. Oh, it's printing. That's nice, Daddy. This is a nice, enjoyable moment, you know, that we're relaxing and coloring, and this was here. Now I'm onto there. So this is gonna be turquoise in here. We have this one. Oh, sometimes you can lose track, sometimes easily get distracted. I do. I always get distracted, or I start something else. And the best is really to finish up while you're at something, you know, especially when it's this kind of coloring where it's so sort of systematic, because this is a very systematic approach to getting a specific effect. So then I feel that it's the best for me to stay with it. Whereas there's other ways of coloring where you may, you know, switch in between and do something else and continue, or, you know, depends on kind of where you're at. And now we are getting on to the yellow again. And this is where we will stay on to get our orange on too. I'm just gonna take this in sections here. What is this? So I'm staying on this to get my orange in. So I'm gonna go orange here. And here. I already have the cheeks are done here, so now I don't have to worry about that part of the face anymore, because I already got it. So I have this I haven't decided what to do inside here yet. I'm just contemplating it. Well, it will come. It will come when we get there. We're not there yet. So, no despair. Ah, that's wonderful to hear, Danny. I'm glad to hear that you like it. I enjoy coloring. I'm enjoying it more than I did before. I like coloring my big pieces. I always color those, so that's sort of something that I've always done. But you know, I just only recently started to doing this here live with you guys. But I'm enjoying it, and I'm finding it very nice and fun to do with you guys. So that's good. It's something you have to get used to. The first couple of times it's really strange that you're talking like that, but I'm getting there. And of course, yeah, I also want to remind you that that lottery, enter for it, so you can get the books that you missed. Because yeah, it's there, and I know somebody who's looking so much forward to draw the winners. And the first draw will be tomorrow, and it will be a little bit earlier, as I said before, because Victoria has to go to sleep as well. But we will be doing draws daily until New Year's, and you will be able to enter until the last day as well. I would like as many to enter the books as possible, the ones they missed in the giveaway. And you're only eligible if you at least participated one day in the giveaway. If you didn't, then you're not eligible. Because this is an extra draw for the epic, and it's for those who were there. So we'll see. And those who weren't there, you know, there will probably be other things and events that I will make at some other point, at some other time. So don't despair. I will make something. Something happens a lot. Like, for instance, the Weirdia Day. That is actually a very huge giveaway, because it will be a giveaway that will probably last the whole year if everything goes right. I mean, if nobody wants to participate, then I'll probably maybe stop it. I don't know. But I think, you know, I'll give it a fair shot, you know. We'll see what it can develop into. Things also take time to build. People need to learn, hear the word. So, for instance, when we do the Weirdia Day, color Weirdia Day, then it could be really helpful if those that do color and do participate share their colors, so that others can, you know, find out about the color Weirdia Day and how much fun it can be to participate in it. Because the more people who do participate, the more fun it will be. So now we're going here. And here. And this, of course, is the yellow, so I'm going to stay on it with the orange and continue that. And I think, yeah, so I'm going to go orange on it. And then it's simple enough here. So here I think I'm going to go here with this one. Yeah, that's pretty neat. And then I think I will actually, yeah, I'll actually do this one as well, orange, just to sort of continue that movement here. So then I'm on to this part. So I've had that, now I'm on to the red part. I hope you can see. You probably can't see that well, but you can see now that it's developing. It's beginning to look pretty much, you know, I mean, on the screen, I see it looking pretty. No, I might have. No, I haven't missed any comments. I'm just gonna. And this is where I am at. It's really, yeah, I should have had a warm cup of tea instead, but It's getting late also here. But it always gets late when I'm doing something, so nothing new there. I'm gonna go for this one first. And then I guess this one to continue it. And then we're gonna go here. I'm also not coloring as fast right now as I was in the beginning. But that's because I'm focusing on missing it. You know, like making some big bloop. A biggie bloop. So here we go with this. Oops, a little bit. Well, that will be okay. The purple will go there, so won't be able to see it. So that would be neat. Onto our purple here. I start with this one because then I sort of outline my limit. And I'm gonna go here with my purple, my deep, dark, lovely purple. You're coloring too. That's great. It's great to hear that you're coloring. How many of you are coloring? I don't know. How many are actually coloring? Because I'm also being very concentrated now on my coloring. It's sort of you get in this concentrated mode and then you sort of forget, you know, because you're so focused on not hitting the wrong place or just getting the color nice. I think we're going pretty well with this one. The rounds are going quickly and I think it's going to be an awesome, beautiful result. And since I did not use the neon coloring, then it will actually be something I can scan and probably use for the cover, because I do need to make a cover for this book so I can publish it and everybody can get it at some point. But it won't be another year that I'll have it in a folder. I'll try to finish it. But I do have a few books that I have to finish before. Actually, I have a lot that I have to finish before. I'm totally behind with everything because the Epic giveaway totally has taken a lot more of my time than I had calculated with, just in the practical details around it. Then it has really been very time consuming, but it's also been awesome fun and heaps of good times. Yeah, all the Weirdie series, I've sort of been making them in the same style. So on the Weirdie series is my coloring, because I sort of wanted them to have the same style. And also it's fun that there's at least some that have my coloring on it. But there will be a new color challenge coming up soon for cover. That will be coming up very soon. I'm not 100% sure when. It's almost ready. I still need some details to get done before that color challenge is on. But it will be coming up hopefully soon. And now I was on yellow, so I stay on and go on with the orange. So here I'm gonna go. Oh, I forgot some things here. I missed a lot here. I have to go all the way back to this one. That's where I started missing things. You see, now I almost made a bloop. It could have become a big bloop, but it didn't because I caught it. I caught it. I caught my bloop. So I had totally forgotten about this one until I got here. But now it's caught. So here we go, fixed. and ready to go. So here I'm gonna do with the orange around, but I'm gonna continue with that orange here and here, and I'm gonna also do it here. So it sort of ties up that section. And then of course here I'm just gonna continue where it's natural. So that looks good. So we're on to red. I think I'm gonna be doing this, turning him a little bit here. Hi, Rose Anthony. Nice, Gaethje. So we're on here. And then the red there, that beautiful red, it just lays down so perfectly. Yeah, it's so enjoyable to watch this one dry up. It just dries up so perfect. I really love it. And we're gonna go around. And then we're on here with the pink. And then we won't see that I did a little over the line here. So here we're going down and down. I'm going to do this tip. And then we got this one going in here. Very pretty. It's a very happy colors when you have all this rainbow going on. It's just a happy feeling to sit with. But you know, you could choose any other 9 colors if you want to go for this combination or this effect where it's sort of in circles. You can choose 9 colors that you like to put, or you can color it any other way you like it. I'm just showing you how I have been doing it on the ones that I've done for covers for this book series, because this book series goes into this mandala, where I published 1. And then there's the Weirdies, where there's 12 books out. So there's a Weirdie for each and every day of the year. And then there's the WeirdieDalas, where this one is from WeirdieDala3. WeirdieDala2 and the WeirdieDala1 are published, but WeirdieDala3 is not, because I forgot it in a folder. So I never really finished working on the cover, which is good that I'm now at least coloring one from it. So that would be cool. So maybe soon we will have a hope of seeing this published and available. That could be pretty nice when I, instead of lying in a file on my computer, no? But this happens when you work a lot. I tend to sometimes just forget about things because I'm so busy and everything's happening, and then I forget things in folders all over the place, or I forget which folder I put it in, and then all of a sudden I'll rediscover it and then we'll work on from there. I think I have a lot of drawings that I did not publish, or a lot of finished materials that I haven't gotten out. I have to work on it, you know, like get a good overview of what I have and what I missed. So yeah, it comes bit by bit. I've worked a lot. I've worked very much. So that's also why it's nice that I'm now taking a little bit more time for me and for doing my own things instead of doing everybody else's all the time. It feels good to be back in my own. It also inspires me to be back doing my own art and working with my own art, because of course that was what I started out doing, and then all of a sudden I ended up doing so many other things, and And now I'm more back to me, and that's a good change. At least for me it is. But that does not mean that I won't work with others or I won't continue to do things with Global Doodle Gems. It just means that I'm at a different phase now, and at a different pace I will be doing things, because I will be focusing on doing my things too, instead of everyone else's all the time first. Then I will be me first for a while, because I've been everybody else first the last 3 years. So this will be a nice change for me. So hopefully I will get something enjoyable out of that. I think, I need it now. Now it's time, because I've had a long time where I didn't really do me. And sometimes we need to get back to ourselves and to what we stand for and what we believe in and what we find enjoyable. And I'm doing that. So it's a rediscovery of myself. Now I'm gonna go stay on that one, because that was a yellow, so I'm gonna go on the orange. And just remember, if you have anything you want to ask, anything you want to say, just say it. I'm here, I'm listening, and I will try to read comments. I do in between. When I shift the color, then I also look up at the comments. So I'm not totally oblivious right now. It'll be different matter when I'm drawing. Then I don't see the comments as much, because I get into a zone. So I don't follow it as much there, but that's understandable, I think. You see, that's getting pretty. And I do hope that my daughter didn't pose too many problems with the sleeping part. She's not a very sleepy girl, but she's always been a very nice girl, so she's probably just tried to be quiet and pretend that she's sleeping or something, maybe. Let's hope so. So that's pretty neat. Oh, there. Not putting them in the wrong order. I don't want to mess up my order. So yeah, you can see it's really developing now. And we're starting to clearly see what it will be like. I think the most time consuming will be that little face down there. But yeah, it is, you can do this process way faster. But I'm just doing it like this to show the more meticulous way. And also that in me doing it like this, then you could follow me if you wanted to. It would be easier to follow what I'm doing than if I all of a sudden went all over the place. Then it could very fast become very distracting or difficult to follow. And I wanted this to be easy to follow if there was somebody who wanted to follow it. So that it's kind of the idea that it should be possible to follow it. So we're on to our bluey blue. So yeah, a lazy Susan could be a good thing. Great big lazy Susan. I didn't know that there was something called a lazy Susan. I didn't know what to call it, but I found out. You learn new things all the time. So on. Yeah, I'll write you a note, Julie. It's fine. Do you want it handwritten? Because it'll take kind of some time to get there from Denmark. I don't know if you'll have it in hand, or can you print it? I'll just Julie has to stay home. She is busy coloring. She has big coloring tasks. They could be fun. But of course, anyone who needs a note, I will, lots of flea markets, yeah, we have, but I don't think we have lots of Lazy Susans, but lots of flea markets, but I think I can make my friend make me one. He's always very handy with his hands to do things. So I think I'm gonna ask him if he could maybe make me a Lazy Susan, one that would fit in the big size that I need for my huge drawings. I think I'm gonna ask him. You know, I'm gonna explain to him, then I'm gonna ask him if he could maybe make me one. That could be a nice challenge. I think he will do that if I ask him nicely. Because I do a lot that are like 72 by 72 bigger pieces. And now, of course, I've been doing a lot of smaller pieces for coloring books, but I do want to get back into drawing big. In between, I'll still be drawing for my books, but you know, also do some big ones, and I will probably be doing some of them. I don't know if I'll be doing live because my big ones can maybe take 200 to 300 hours to do. So then it would be like doing them in sessions, and that would probably be on YouTube. But I also think that those are more interesting to watch if they're sped up. I mean, real time, I think that would become pretty tedious to watch a person spend that long time. Now we stay here because that was the yellow, so that marks the beginning of our new round with the orange. Would be pretty tedious to watch me draw for 200 to 300 hours, and then I spend another 100 to 200 hours coloring it afterwards. That would probably, yeah, be too much unless I made it into a tutorial in parts. I have done that before. I did a big tutorial on a basic Sandala, which was pretty neat. I was done in 13 parts, I think. That looks good. Oh, lovely. That one here. So yeah. But I have actually seen I think they would believe that you lost the plot, maybe, Julie. If you called in and said, no, sorry, not coming, I have to color. I really don't have time to come in today. I think I'm missing, oh no, but that's the last one, that's fine. I'm on it, that was, check, 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 check. So here. But it could be a fun joke to call in, Julie, and just say, you know, like, I'm really, really sorry, but I know this artist who made a drawing, and I really have to color that one today because there's a color event, a color along tonight that I have to participate in, and I really want to be prepared, you know. That would be fun. Just say it like it's the most natural thing in the world. Like, you know, that there's nothing to be misunderstood about that's of crucial importance. It's always nice when you can say things with a straight face, like, always helps, yeah. Makes it even more fun. Especially to watch the person you're telling when they're like in disbelief, thinking that you actually are serious. Yeah, I have a lot of Sandalas on YouTube. I can't give you links right now, but if you just throw me a message so that I don't forget, then I'll send you some links to some of my videos with the Sandalas and big mandalas, but like really big ones, like 72 by 72. I have videos where I draw them. Is there something? Something amiss? No, there's nothing amiss. I'm doing fine. But I will definitely get you. Just if you just maybe send me a PM, because then I will not forget. And then I can send you some links to the YouTube videos. And there's also, yeah, there's one that is a total tutorial where I take you through from creating it from the beginning to the end. And there's a few who have recreated it following the tutorial and shown me beautiful, beautiful results. And a lot of them are also available on Redbubble, and they're also available on my PayHip as a big poster size, so you have to get them printed big in the real size, because if you print them in a small size, they're so huge, so you know you would have no space. They are created huge, they are drawn big, so they're there, and they're interesting to work with. Also, like, you know, if you print it, you can always make a huge coloring, a really huge piece that you can frame, and it'll be a very big art piece on your wall. And some of them I have colored, and I also have the coloring of those on YouTube, which with music and all the works, and they're pretty awesome. But I think they're pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm very happy with them. And yeah, it's been some years since I last made one, and I have actually two where I drew up like a base pattern. So it's just to get into it again. And I'm little by little getting closer to getting there. See, now I'm on the yellow, and this is where I'm going to continue onto the orange to get the continuation and the flow of my drawing here. So orange it is, and we are down here. This is going to be neat. If you can hear some wheezing sound, then it's my computer. It just wheezes. I don't know. It does that. I think, I don't know why it does it. It's a Weezer. It's a laptop. It's an old one. It almost burnt to pieces because I was overusing it with Global Doodle Gems, and I had to get another computer because otherwise it would totally crash and burn. But then now I only use it for live video, and I've emptied it and cleaned it and everything. But it still seems to not be the most happy camper in the world. It wasn't even really old when, I mean, I had only had it for like 2 years or something like that, when it sort of totally gave in. I guess I was just totally overworking it. Yeah, they're really big. They're really big, and they're really nice. And I think, yeah, I've seen people who colored it, and they are really, really good. I don't know if I can find my channel here. There would be, 1 second, I'm just gonna have a look. I don't know, because if I have the links, YouTube. I think there's links to my channel inside of the info, because it's not coming up automatically. There's links inside of the info section on the, like maybe on the one with all my books. I think there's a bit of bio, and there's links to both Redbubble and to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, you can look into playlists, and there's playlists that are for the bigger works, drawing. There's one that's called drawings, and one that's called tutorials and patterns, and there's a lot of different playlists in there. I have a lot of videos up. So yeah, this is gonna be pretty. This is gonna be pretty, pretty. Yeah, I'm liking it. I think it's gonna be a good result altogether. And there's a lot to look on my YouTube channel, really a lot. There's even like also food clips. I make sometimes few like slideshows when I cook for the competition, just to show off all the pictures in an easier way on the blog. And now there's a pause in the food competition. I already made my contribution for this week, and then it will start again in the new year, which will be exciting. I hope I will be ready to feel like participating again and to cook up a storm. I really had fun with the challenges this year, so maybe I will again, if I can get over myself and my disappointment of not getting a place 2 weeks ago. I'm still sore about that. You know, I've done 2 entries since, but I'm still profoundly hurt by the fact that I did not win. Or at least, get in the top 3. I should have been in the top 3 on that one, I think. But that's just my hurt ego. It will get unbruised at some point when I grow up and start accepting it, which I probably won't. So we'll see how it goes. I've never been very good at adulting, I'm living sometimes a little bit in my own little world. I don't think it's safe to be adult. I think it's nice to keep the child alive, It's so boring to be adult. Yeah, boring. Anyways, well, it's not boring like that, but now I go on orange again. I'm great with responsibility. So in that sense, I am adult. But, I like to keep having fun, I like to keep things light in some terms, whereas I think a lot of people are so serious and take themselves so serious. And that I find kind of, ridiculous. I'm going to keep that one white. Yeah. So I'm going from there. So that was the orange I added here. Oh, it's annoying to be so snotty all the time. And I wasn't even in kindergarten. I have to find out where I'm here. So yeah, there's no new comments. I didn't miss anything. So yeah, I'm going to continue this one down. And we're getting down to the final little face here. Well, what I see as a face. Depends on you, what you see. This is going to be fun. So yeah, and that one, that finishes that dude off with this movement. So, we are getting somewhere. We are getting on. It's not going to last all night. I do continue this one down here with the color to make a much clearer connection between those 2 parts so that it's not detached. So we finish that one off here. The purple, then we go here So yeah, now you got a very methodical approach to doing this. There are ways where you can do the rainbow much faster, where you go a whole full circle with one color at a time, and that is of course faster. And maybe I'll do that next time, just to show you how to do it way quicker. But I think this is a nice way because you also get to contemplate and enjoy the moment. So there are more aspects to it than just, it's not just about going and finishing it as fast as possible. It's also about enjoying and being in the moment of the process, I think, with some coloring. Because there is a process that goes on when you're going through it. You being a medic, oh, the coughing, yeah, thank you, Julie. Yeah, I would probably, yeah, I don't know, I think, yeah, I got a draft because I had that window open while I was cooking, and it did help that I stayed in bed some hours today. Helped a lot, I think. Otherwise it would have been way worse. So that's always good that I did that. It is hard to stay in bed because I also need to sort of eat and all these kind of things. So, you know, I'm just lucky that I could stay in bed because Victoria was going to her friend's place. Because if she hadn't been going, then I couldn't just stay in bed, you know, that would be strange. And boring for her when she's home. And also there would be a lot of things that, there was the yellow, so I continue on orange. So a lot of things that I need to do with her. So I'm gonna go here with the orange. These I'm gonna stay white, and then I'm gonna go up here to continue that, so it sort of is together, if you know what I mean. Yeah, at least that's the way it's gonna be now. And then I'm on to the next one. So yeah. And there's not really a lot else to do because that one is finished. So we'll have a few quick rounds, I think, before we're done. So yeah, purple and a blue. So yeah. And if you notice like how those little faces, they change as you see them from different angles, I like that. I like the fact that you can sort of see different things in the same drawing or image. I like that depth. I've had some people say, oh, it's too simple, it's too this and too that. But if you think it's too this and too that, then don't, you know, click on, look at something else. You know, it doesn't matter. I have lots of different stuff. I don't get offended by people having their own taste. It's natural that people have preferences, and, you know, I'm just not, you know, if you don't like it, that's fair enough. It's not really my problem or your problem. It's just the fact that you don't like it, that's okay. You know, simple is, there can be a lot of complexity in simplicity. So sometimes, you know, people should not judge things too fast. In my book, you know, sometimes people are judging things without maybe taking real time to understand it or explore it or see it, and then it can be their loss. Oh, there's new comments. You found it. Ah, that's great. That's great, Gaty. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot of hours of video in there. There's a lot of coloring, WeirdieDala, all kinds of things, and a lot of coloring. There you can see me color, big coloring. Whereas this is very small coloring, but it's sort of the same, is my style, the way that I usually color. And the way I like. And these are my larger pieces, which were the pieces that actually got me started on doing coloring books, because I was sharing how I drew and how I colored them, and people were asking me if they could color before I colored. And that was how I got into coloring books. So those big ones sort of started everything off with the coloring, and that's why I haven't had time for a lot of years, but for almost 3 years to do big ones. But I'm getting back. I will get back to doing very, very big work, big ones. It would be nice if people were more interested in the poster, but I think it's in the posters. I think it's a financial aspect, and also maybe not as much financial as it is, you know, when it is a A4 or US letter size. It's easy to print it at home and work with it straight away. Whereas if you have to take it somewhere and have it printed in that big size, it gets slightly more pricey. Or if you have to buy it on Redbubble, it's too expensive in there. Now we're on a yellow. We continue on that one to keep the orange also. So, you know, I think that's why people don't venture into it. But I think eventually when, you know, you've colored this in that many books in a smaller size, and you've practiced your coloring, and you feel that you might be on a new next level where you're going to take on some bigger things. And a bigger thing would be to maybe move into, you know, having it, you know, printed on a canvas, where you can buy them printed on canvas on my Redbubble or on my Society 6 as well, I think. And, you know, then sitting and venturing into oils or acrylics and try some different medias once you sort of feel comfortable with your coloring in a different. You know, some will want to move on, and when they do, my work is already there. It's already ready to be used. And the same goes for the posters, you know, have it printed on bigger paper. Maybe, you know, if you want to try out aquarelle, have it printed on big aquarelle paper and have a go at it, you know, to make a huge piece. Or just have it printed on normal paper and color with your pencils or markers. But do a big piece that you can have on your wall, a collaboration art. You know, I think, you know, eventually some will like to experiment going outside of the normal box and try some bigger pieces that also might be more time consuming, but might be just as rewarding, and going deeper into it, and some won't. So, you know, it's just a matter of you know, of trying it. Some will enjoy to spend some time working on a big piece, maybe working on a piece for a couple of weeks or longer, and then get that enjoyment of a big finished work that they can frame and hang or whatever they want. I mean, some will like that, and I hope some will like it and try it, because I think once you try and you're like that deep into a piece for a longer time, it can be very rewarding. I mean, I find it rewarding, otherwise I wouldn't be drawing and making those big pieces. It's sort of a thing that is a part of my life. I can't live without it. It's compulsive that I have to do these big pieces, and now also I do smaller pieces, but I've always had that urge and that need to go big with big drawings. Yeah, and exactly that. There you can also experiment with paint. I think it is fun. I mean, I do it, so I of course think it is fun, Heather. But you know, I encourage you to try it. There's pieces on the pay-hip that are big that you can have printed that's much more affordable, and you can decide the paper than getting it on Redbubble. That is not as a, you know, it's more pricey, and it will probably be poster paper that I don't know if they will have it glossed or whatever. So it is safest is to get the downloads, which are fairly cheap. I didn't make them pricey at all, and then go have them printed in facility where they can print the real size. And then it's just trying it out, going for it. I think you'll find a deep satisfaction in finishing such a big piece. Or maybe, you know, after half an hour or 3 days, you'll go like, "Phew, I'm frustrated and I hate it," and then you don't do it again. But I really enjoy it, so. But what I used to do when I did the bigger pieces was that I draw a section, then I color that section, and then while I was coloring that section, I was thinking about how to draw the next section, and so on. But of course, when I had to start scanning them, having them scanned professionally, then I had to sort of draw it first, then have it scanned, and then I could color it. The problem with it here is that it's horribly expensive to have those big scans made. And since I don't really sell a lot of those pieces, then, you know, and I don't, you know, then I haven't been able to justify or afford the expense of keeping scanning the big ones because it's just too expensive. If I sold them and earned enough that at least it could pay for the scan of it, then I could do more, but I don't. So, well, at least not now, but maybe it will come. I have some available, and if that becomes the case, then I'll definitely do more. This is a yellow, and I'll continue on with the orange. Just this little tip here will be orange, oofy doofy. And now we're on with the red. So it's actually, you know, it's developing. We are closing in on it. We're closing in on this one. Definitely. I think it will be fun. Maybe we can make a challenge with the big one. You know, some challenge. I could make it like really cheap, and then we could try to paint it together. I could go have mine printed in an extra copy. I already did the originals, so that I could color it too. Then maybe, you know, color a big one together somehow. That could be doable. Choose one of the big poster ones and make like a weekly coloring session on it or something like that. Now we have the yellow and we stay on that one. So for the orange, here is yellow and orange. And the orange I just continue up here. So we're moving on. Not so many sections now, not so many rounds left. We could make an event of it, like, you know, maybe make an event where I offer one biggie that we all color. That could be fun. Then just the ones who are interested and can have it printed will join the event, and we can try. I could color it with you. That could be fun. We could do that. I think that could be a fun event, a fun, different thing to do. And then maybe others, if they see it, could find it interesting to try too. So, yeah, full of ideas here. Ideas and inspiration. That's what it's all about, you know? Going outside of the box and getting ideas and trying out new stuff. And I think it really could be fun. I'll try to look at which ones I have. Maybe if I have one where I still have the original uncolored, we could try to do that one. Then I wouldn't have to go and have it printed, because that is horribly expensive to have done here. But it is doable. It's the first zoom, so maybe it will help a little bit. Now we're on the yellow where we continue. So that was a very quick round. So it's getting close to the end. Now we're going on with the orange. But then those coloring sessions would be divided up where we say it's going to be that and that long in the time, like it's going to be 1 hour or 1.5 hours or something, because, you know, it couldn't be all at once. That would be impossible because they are big. But they're very, very much fun to work with. There's different mode you get into when you're doing it. Of course, you could color all you wanted at your own, but, you know, it could be fun if I made something. Or I could be drawing the next one or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, we'll look into it and see what happens. And it could be nice to do, I think. It's going to be pretty. I like it already. I mean, well, I like it always because I like this... I like all these happy colors. They make me feel very good. And this is the yellow, so we're gonna be finishing here, you know, starting up with the last round. Now the yellow has gone on and we're on to the orange. So the last round is kicked off. So that's pretty. So this is gonna be the last go around. And I didn't do any bloopers. Not really. I didn't screw up. That's a new one. I didn't do that. It's actually pretty perfect. So that's good. Oops, a little bit there. So this is the end. We're getting close to being absolutely done. But you can see that the effect with doing this circular rainbow is pretty neat when you see the finished piece. That was the last color to go down. Put our colors away. And there you go. Finished. It's a nice effect. There's not two of them that are the same. They're all different. They all have different distinctions with the colorings. So that's pretty neat. So that was from WeirdieDala3, number 3. And that was my coloring. And I'll be back to draw one page live to see if I can actually do it. So maybe in 5 minutes time I'll be back and I will be drawing a page that we will be coloring later on. So thank you for following, and yeah, in about 5 minutes time I will do that live drawing. Yeah, so see you. Doei, bye, see you.